And welcome back to ProScrims. I am Mr. X. I may or may not be joined by Scott Gandhi Lucier. I don't know. And that'll be an interesting topic we kind of just go with for the rest of the night. But right now we have compLexity with a 1-0 lead over Team EnVy going into Search and Destroy on Warhawk. And I want to go on board with Team EnVy right here to start. And I want to see if any of their players are rocking snipers. No snipers for Team EnVy. And let's see if compLexity's rocking a sniper. It looks like no, which is an interesting play. I think Karma will probably end up being our sniper. And it looks like EnVy will be going over towards that B bomb spot. That's what I would guess. Judging by their class setup, that looks like a smoke from Ray. It looks like a Semtex. Probably will be their strategy, and this is exactly what they're going to do. This is why I coach. No. Oh, Scott, you're laughing, so you can hear me.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna cut out anyways. But no, that was really smart. I like that with the Semtex and the smokes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great pick. And you see, actually, Merc is going to get picked off right off the start here, and he actually was the bomb carrier, but actually it was traded, and TP is going to go down too. And right now I want to go with Ace. Ace is on the flank right now. He actually snuck around the player for EnVy, who's watching the back. I don't know who that is, but it looks like somebody from EnVy is going for a flank. And that player is taken out, and it's going to be just Ray alive. And he's going to be taken out, and compLexity's going to take a 1-0 lead. Tons of action right there, just flipping through screens. You know, if I was EnVy, I'd probably have my guy watching the flank sit on my back truck. And right there you see the thermal sight. The thermal sight, there's been a lot of question about that as opposed to the tracker. I think the tracker is more of an issue than the thermal, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when the tracker is flipped down, it produces an iron sight. Those iron sights affect the way all guns act, and that's something we don't want. So I'm on board with Karma right now of Team compLexity, and he is rocking that L115 sniper with the variable zoom. And you see actually Ace is going to take one over at A. There's another player over there who takes out TP on the bomb, and they are going to know he is over there, and it looks like he's going to pick up 2 players actually. And no, actually he was taken out by Ace. So, you know, Ace is going big right now, 3-0, and Ace is one of the most versatile players on Call of Duty. I was taken out with a nade. Nice nade. Let's see who it was. It was actually Mert. And, you know, finishing what I was going to say on Ace. Ace is one of the most versatile players on Call of Duty. He can run a sub, he can run an AR, he can slay, he can play objective. And I think as moving forward with the different team changes, that's going to be one of the most important things that you see. You know, right now we have a 2-on-2 situation, Proofy and Merc against Crim and Karma. And these are the rounds that it's going to determine if this team change and everything is going to work out, because these are the type of rounds that you need to win, and these are the type of rounds that's chemistry and communication. And, you know, right now I like the play to rotate all the way around to A. Obviously you saw both of the EnVy players just going back to back. Rotate back to B, sorry. So both players rotate back to back to back at A. So I really like the play to rotate. And this definitely is probably, you know, when you're on a team for a while, you know the tendencies of the player. Probably something called by Damon, and it looks like that EnVy is going to push around through the spawn, and it looks like we're going to have Karma meet up with a player right now. And I love the spot right there in the wood, but he's taken out, and that is a huge kill right now, and it leaves actually Proofy and Crim in a one-on-one. And, you know, Crim just needs to stall right now. He doesn't need to fight this gun battle, and a very smart play. And that's why he's the Crim bot. I mean, that's pretty much what he is. I mean, plays like that are extremely intelligent. When you have a player like this who can just make just smart plays consistently, I mean, that is it's pretty much how you stay atop the game. And right now, going into this 3rd round on Search and Destroy, if your Team EnVy, you need to win this round. This round is the most important for your success in this entire game. A lot of the times you lose this round in this down 2-0 situation, you don't come back and win. So it's going to be interesting. You notice I'm on with Merc, who has the bomb, and he has a very interesting class. Using an AR, he actually picks up a kill right there on TP, which is huge. Get first blood in this important round. He picks up a kill right there with an AR, and, you know, he has a trophy system with AR with a thermal and the bomb. And this is a very interesting class, and I think you're going to see him. He's going to put the trophy down. Yep. And you know, once he gets this bomb down, which it looks like he's going to be able to, I would probably move all the way back to the back truck, but it looks like there's only going to be one player alive for compLexity, and it's going to be Karma, and we're going to go on board with him. And you know, it's going to be difficult. EnVy is an extremely smart team, obviously. Rambo, Proofy, and Merc alive, just veteran Call of Duty players, and they're playing all the way back, pretty much in their truck. They have a guy in their warehouse. Is going to be 2 farms left. It looks like he's going to pick him up, and that's a huge round for Team EnVy. I can't stress that enough. Is that when you are down in that 2-0 round situation, it can just start spiraling out of control if you lose that in 3rd round. It's a lot like I mean, it's obviously a longer series, but no, like a playoff basketball game or series, it's always important that you win that game 3. Those game 3s and game 5s are so important because those are the swing games when it's tied. And Scott is just producing a whole ton of noise right now. I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, I've been laughing this entire time
Oh,
because
well,
you always go back to basketball.
I always do go back to basketball because it's always great to compare things to basketball.
Yeah, you're just a Lakers fan.
I am a Lakers fan.
You know, the one thing I will say that I've just been watching this is I remember at Columbus that compLexity threw out a lot of A pushes, and so did EnVy. And EnVy won this game type when they actually ran A. But it seems that in ProScrims they decided like maybe B is a better home for them. But it's weird to me because it's so dominated by thermal that A kind of alleviates that battle, and you don't have to run 2 smokes if you run A.
You know, to be honest, I probably think that you will see both teams as time goes on pushing towards A more, like we saw at Columbus. But you know, when you have a roster change and you're Crew just gets the dirt ski right there. You know, when you have a roster change and you're just kind of figuring it out and it's so new, you kind of go with what feels most comfortable. And probably right now both teams are pretty comfortable. They know B is just a standard smoke a few times, thermal snipe, and just get a pick and just try and get the bomb down. Now that I can hear you, who do you want to go on board with this round?
Interesting to see. Who you starting off with here, buddy?
Who do you want to start off with?
You know, I'm interested to see, you know, we always talk about Rambo, how smart of a player he is. And in Black Ops 2, it was kind of like, you know, he got to the point in like Hardpoint where he just kind of would throw a smoke and roll, right?
Yeah.
He used to just call it smoke and roll Rambo. And, you know, he's kind of playing a little bit more passive now. And if I'm not mistaken, that is an AR in his hand as he's going to be cleaned up, and that's going to leave it all up to Big Baby Merc. Has one guy, cleans him up, and that's going to be a 1-on-3 now.
Yeah, and you know, right there you saw Ray with an AR, and that's something we really haven't seen out of Ray. Since I've been doing Call of Duty a little more than a year now, I've never seen Ray use an AR, so that's something that's different. And you know, I think Ray is smart enough to use an AR. You know, it's a lot of the AR is about accurate shots and positioning, and when you're dealing with players of these caliber, they're all accurate, and I mean, it's just Ray's
now,
pretty
let me
smart.
ask you something here. Do you think the reason why he is starting to mess with the AR is because he may take that AR position on the squad?
No, there's no chance. There's no chance.
I know.
You saw him use it right there primarily on defense, but actually you see 2 players go down for EnVy, as I believe you saw a mid-street push from compLexity, and now it looks like they're going to wrap around back towards B. And, you know, you have Karma getting taken out, so it's going to be a 3-on-2 situation. You're going to have Crim, Aches, and Teep against Goon and Proofy.
Yep, Crim getting ready to lay down the bomb here. Shots going down. Oh, he gets taken out by a nade. We aren't using Danger Close, correct, in tonight's ProScrim?
No, we banned this. See, this is what you missed. We banned Danger Close.
Okay.
We banned the ghillie, that swamp creature suit, and then we also banned the tracker sight for tonight. Those are 3 of the things that we banned for tonight. I can explain to you the reasons during the break. I already explained to the people watching at home.
Oh no, I get it. I understand.
Yeah, and I mean right now it looks like you have Aches. He's gonna come up right behind Goonjar right here and be able to take him out. And you know, it's a big round right there, and that's where I think you see some of the teamwork that just still left over. And those are the situations, Scott, that I think that it's gonna be interesting in Philly because, you know, if let's say Proofy and Ray are alive, they have teamwork together, you know? It'll be interesting on Search and Destroy when it goes down into those rounds. And let's say it's for argument's sake, it's Goonjar against you know, let's say the caster mode is frozen. This is
No, I was, dude. I was sitting there. I was like, I have no idea.
well,
what
it'll let me free cam, but it won't let me go to anybody in first person. So we're just gonna wing it right here. And you see, it looks like EnVy is gonna make a push over towards B and send one of their players over to A, as you can see on the mini map. And you know, I do like this play that they kind of smoked themselves a little bit. They probably have a thermal look through, and I mean, as we fly through, you see Krim. He's just kind of manning the tower by himself, TP over at the gates. I think it's probably because we are lagging a little bit, because it says nobody's on either team.
Yeah.
So, you know, I do like the positioning out of EnVy right now. You have Goonjar watching the back, and I think actually, no, nobody was taken out actually. You can't really tell because there's no kill feed, so I'm just kind of watching. And, I mean, you have, you know, this is a smart play from EnVy. You know, Merc's going to get the bomb down. I would have liked Proofy to stay in the same spot right here in this corner. If he would have stayed here, would have been a perfect opportunity to pick off Karma, who's sniping at the back of the truck, not sniping there anymore. And it looks like we are going to have a 3-on-1 in favor of Team EnVy. As you see Aches working the mid-street, trying to get back over towards this B bomb. And he's going to have a player behind the truck, and that is the player that's going to take him out. We don't know who it is because we don't have a scoreboard. Now don't even tell me who it is. I bet you that is a Merc. We don't know, but I bet you that's Merc. Hopefully the Codcaster mode fixes itself this round. And did it? Did it? No. No, look at that. It won't even let me hit start and exit the game.
Yeah,
how ridiculous is this?
Yeah, okay.
You have ruined ProScrims tonight, Scott.
Okay, listen. Ron, I guess, is messing with the settings because essentially what's happening is like you're coming in way too hot, basically through my mic, and he put it on something, and it sounded like a demon, like speaking in my ear. And I had no idea what was going on, and like the game froze and everything. So I'm assuming EnVy won that last round there as Karma picks up one guy who jumped up on the tank, moving forward.
Oh, you can see what's going on. Well, that was a quick round. I'm going to tell you I don't really know what happened because I can't tell you because I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's alive. I don't know who's dead. But this is Aches because he was the last on your screen over here, and that's Ray. He killed him, and that's going to make it 5-3 rounds. And, you know, Scott, I am extremely impressed with the way I have handled this evening so far. Since you have come, you have ruined everything single-handedly, and I want to thank you for that.
Yeah. This is really cool.
This is bonkers. I'm telling you what though, I am going to be the innovator of the flyby Call of Duty caster cam, because as you can see right now.
Well, at least with the free cam, Matt, we can really take in, you know, the water tower and basically the entire scenery. You know, it's really
all the important things that people want to see, I can obviously show them. So, you know, you see Aches getting picked off there in the mid-street. You're going to have TP and Krim work this over here. And it looks like you are going to have Karma position over here in the middle. And it looks like Krim is going to get taken out over at the tower. So right now you're going to have a... Oof. Oh, TP gets taken out. So it's going to look like it's going to be a 4-on-1 situation. And, I mean, that's definitely, obviously, now compLexity wanted. And it looks like EnVy is going to be able to win this round to go... I mean, they're going to make it closer. It's going to be 5-4, I believe. The last time we saw the scoreboard before, everything just disintegrated and just blew up in front of us.
I'm terrible luck.
You're bad luck.
This is what's happened. But well, I know it is all up to Karma. And Karma's going to be cleaned up
taken out. Okay, so my scoreboard is back. Okay, so now I have a scoreboard. Okay, now I don't have anything. Karma is taken out by this player up top over here, who is Goonjar, because Ray was back at the truck. Handsome Merc, who's very handsome, has amazing facial hair now, was over in that little warehouse area, and we still can't do anything.
Dude, I want to watch to see how you're piloting this.
You know, I usually don't pick up the sticks anymore. You know, I'm retired. I'm a coach now. This is it, man. I'm getting my thumbs. I'm getting my thumbs in shape, bro. I'm making a comeback. But it looks like you're gonna have compLexity pull a delay push over to B, and Krim is able to pick one off, who I believe was Ray, and they decided to push the warehouse pretty hard. So you're gonna have Merc in this kind of mail room, like we call it, and you're gonna have Proofy set up on this staircase right here, and this is one of the best spots, and he's able to take out Krim, and that's a huge kill. It looks like we're gonna go into a 2-on-1 situation actually right now. And you're going to have, I believe this is Karma in the back warehouse. You're going to have, I believe, Aches is the only player I haven't seen die. Otherwise, yep, that is Aches.
He's in the post office.
Yep, he's in the post office. And I believe you're going to have Gunjar. Yep, I am right. You're going to have all 3 of them alive. 2 for compLexity, 1 for EnVy. And, you know, Gunjar right now is just playing it safe. He's watching his back. And, I mean, now he's going to just all out. He's going for it. He actually uses...
Look at him.
He uses compLexity smoke to his advantage, and he makes it into the warehouse. And I don't even know if they know he's there, to be honest. And he's able to make a crazy kill onto Karma with a knife. And right now, it's going to be him against Aches 1-on-1. And, you know, the bomb's down. He's got 20 seconds left. He has time to work with here, Scott.
Yeah. Aches is hiding in the post office, says we are seeing it's Gunjar, and Aches is going to make him pay. And so right there in that battle, where as soon as Aches got the call out that Karma got killed, Aches was basically back at the white truck, and he said, you know what, screw it, I'm going to hide in post office because he has to come to me one way or another, right?
Right.
And it was such a smart play because it caught him completely off guard. And I don't know if that's the game or that's just another round, but it was a cool round.
No, that was the game. That was the game. It's going. The map is going to go to compLexity in favor of 6 rounds to 4. Those of you who couldn't see it, can't do the math. We can see a scoreboard. Aches going 11-5. Proofy going 13-7, going big for EnVy. And, you know, the rest of the teams basically just even all throughout. You know, Merc with 3 bomb plants, doing the objective work. A little bit of a change-up, as we've usually seen Rambo do a lot of the objective work for EnVy. So a little bit different tonight. Obviously, we're seeing all these new rosters. We're seeing the no ghillie suit, the no danger close, and the no tracker sight tonight. So we're getting a little bit different gameplay, a little bit of different looks from these teams. And, you know, I'm impressed from pretty much every team I've seen tonight. I think all of the teams changed a little bit in their team dynamic, but I don't think anybody really just kind of fell off with these roster changes. I think everybody with time is going to still be fine. And Scott, what do you think about that?
Heard a little bit of it.
Okay.
I think roster changes are just like they always are in everything, right? It takes time to adapt.
Yeah.
I think every team is confident with their teams that they picked up, with maybe the exception of EnVy. Because obviously when you lose a player like Karma, you're like, holy hell. Like, how do we fill that void?
Yeah.
But I think when you really extrapolate everything else, like TK gained Clayster, right? Like they've lost to him in plenty of close series.
Yeah.
They're fine with grabbing him, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Optic. Like, whether Optic is just saying it or believes it themselves, I think that they need this, right? They needed they need a change.
I think Ricky was a great idea too for them.
You can't go from like consistent top 3s and top 4s to top 16s.
Right.
You just can't. That's how.
It's not. When you create that consistency level, you cannot dip from that point. You can't vary from that point.
No, I think Curse Las Vegas is at a point where it sucks because I coached him or whatever.
Yeah.
I think for me, when I look at Curse Las Vegas, I feel like it's like a not forced, but I feel like it's just such a comfort for Parasite and Killer to be together. But there's such a clash. Like we already see the clash, right? And it's personalities. It's just a clash. Like both of them think they're gonna be like the alpha, and it sucks to say it, but in a team dynamic, like someone has to rise up to be an alpha. Yeah. Right? Like that's basically what happened with you guys, right? Like Aches was it, and then Clayster was like, nah, it's me.
Yeah, you know, there's obviously some clash of power, you know. And I mean it happens. It happens with all teams. It's happened with all teams throughout gaming history. It's going to happen again. It's not something that is avoidable. It just happens. So, you know, I mean, we are extremely happy with our change. Obviously, I mean, you can tell kind of by the way, I mean, if you tuned into our streams and you've just gone about the way we've communicated, we are extremely happy with the change. We think Damon's an amazing player. He's an amazing fit as a person. And we think it's going to work out for us. We know it's going to work out for us. We're going to make it work. But right now, Scott, we have to go to commercial break. So I'm going to say that it's compLexity up 2-0 against Team EnVyUs going into the third map, which looks like it's going to be Blitz Freight. So if compLexity win this map, they'll win the series 3-0. The night is over. If EnVy wins, you will see more good gameplay commentated by me, maybe commentated by Scott. We don't know. So, just stay tuned for more Call of Duty action, guys.